Imagine being a young quarterback, stepping into one of the toughest markets in football, carrying not just the weight of expectations, but the weight of judgment on something you can't control: your height. That's exactly the story unfolding right now in Cleveland, where Dillon Gabriel has become the center of a debate that refuses to slow down. And just when everyone thought this conversation was fading away, Shedeur Sanders' own brother, Shiloh Sanders, poured gasoline back onto the fire. But head coach Kevin Stefanski? He's not having it. He's tackling this rumor head-on. The Cleveland Browns are sitting at a record of 2 wins and 6 losses, positioned at the bottom of a struggling AFC North division. Their playoff hopes are hanging by the thinnest thread. Offensive problems have been haunting them all season long. They moved on from Joe Flacco, hoping Dillon Gabriel would be the spark they desperately needed. But so far, the Browns have gone 1 win and 3 losses with Gabriel as QB1. And while it's normal for a rookie quarterback to take time to adjust, fans and analysts keep pointing toward one thing: his height affecting his throws. But Kevin Stefanski wants that narrative gone. When Browns reporter Tony Grossi asked whether Gabriel's height was limiting his ability to throw effectively to wide receivers, Stefanski fired back with clarity and intention. "I understand the question, but I would not characterize it that way," he said. He continued, explaining that the entire offense needs to play better, and Gabriel, like any young quarterback, has areas to grow. Stefanski is rejecting the idea that height is the problem here. Now Dillon Gabriel stands at 5 feet 11 inches. It's not tall by NFL quarterback standards, but certainly not unheard of. This isn't the first time he has heard this discussion. In fact, many believe that his height is the reason he slipped into the 3rd round of the draft. Some scouts even suggested he would have been a first-round pick if he were above 6 feet 3 inches. During the Top Dog show on the Big Play Sports Network, former Browns player Phil Taylor raised concerns that Gabriel doesn't always remain in the pocket and complete passes under pressure. He also said the team has to move the pocket to give Gabriel better visibility. Josh Cribbs agreed with him, but here's the twist. Dillon Gabriel's college resume tells a completely different story. He is tied with Case Keenum for the most touchdowns in a college career at 155. He holds the 2nd most passing yards in college football history. These are not the numbers of someone who can't throw from the pocket, and the height debate isn't new. It has been challenged and disproven many times. Drew Brees stood 6 feet tall. Russell Wilson stands 5 feet 11 inches. Fran Tarkenton was 6 feet. None of them looked like the prototypical 6'2" to 6'3" quarterback. But their playmaking, vision, and leadership were elite. So why is this still a conversation? Enter Shiloh Sanders. The moment that sparked the latest round of height discussions came during a live stream at Complex Con in Las Vegas. Shiloh stood next to streamer Plaqueboy Max, and when the topic of NFL ability came up, Shiloh compared their heights and said he was NFL size. Max joked back and asked if that made him little. Shiloh responded, "You are Dillon Gabriel's size." Was he joking? Was it shade? Was it a subtle dig? No one knows for sure, but the internet certainly ran with it, and here's where things get real. No matter the height conversation, Dillon Gabriel still needs to step up his performance. He had a strong start earlier in the season during a 21-17 loss to the Minnesota Vikings, throwing 2 touchdowns with no interceptions. But his more recent performance didn't reflect that same rhythm. In a 32-13 loss against the New England Patriots, Gabriel completed 21 of 35 passes, threw 2 interceptions, and finished with 156 passing yards. Right now, he's averaging around 117 yards per game with a rating of 78.2. So yes, improvements need to be made. Growth needs to happen. But Kevin Stefanski believes in him. And sometimes, belief is the fuel that sparks a breakthrough moment. And maybe this is where Dillon Gabriel's story truly begins. Because every NFL star, every breakout legend, has that one season, one game, one moment where everything clicks. Maybe the world is underestimating him. Maybe his height is the distraction that blinds people from the potential. Or maybe he's just one adjustment away from proving everyone wrong. So now the question becomes, who will Dillon Gabriel be when the lights get brightest? Will he fade under pressure or rise and silence the noise once and for all? Let me know in the comments, do you believe Gabriel is the future quarterback of the Cleveland Browns?